good day everyone. We are the Group 10 and we will be reporting the Chapter 11, Corporate Social Responsibility. The objective of our report are: number 1, define corporate social responsibility. Number 2, know the drivers of corporate social responsibility. Number 3, identify the approaches and programs of CSRs. Number 4, state the principle governing social responsibility. Number 5, give the types of social responsibility. And lastly, number 6, state the advantages and disadvantages of social responsibility. So what is corporate social responsibility or CSR? So it is a business process which involves interaction with the stakeholders, the customer, supplier, employees, and its communities toward compliance with government policies, environmental, social, and economic concerns. It is focused on the creation of shared values for business and society than profit. So, ang CSR daw po is when a company does business in a way that benefits not just themselves. Instead only focusing on making money, they try to create value for everyone involved in the society as a whole. So, example, imagine you have a bakery, then imbes na magbenta ka lang ng tinapay, ay iniisip mo din yung mga leftover na tinapay mo. Imbes na itapon mo, is ibibigay mo siya sa charity, sa mga, tapos yung ibinibigay mo sa customer mo na ginagamit mo na bag is yung recyclable bag para may care ka din sa environment mo. Then, yung mga empleyado mo is sinasahuran mo ng ayon na natatama para sa kanilang pinagtrabahuan. In short, ang CSR is they're not only making just in summary of the development of corporate social responsibility in the Philippines. Noong 1960s, the donations, companies donated to the charities. 1970s, groups were organized to focus on helping the poor. 1980s, companies got involved in community because of the economic problem. The 1990s, CSR became a policy, meaning companies were expected to help in the society. Then 2000 onwards, CSR programs aim to give the poor to access education, healthcare, and skills for building nation. In short, CSR went from simple donations to more organized and comprehensive approach for helping the Philippines. So the next one was, what are the driver of corporate social responsibility? So CSR is considered as a strategy to increase awareness of the customer to have a profitable and successful business operation. The customer-centric, customer loyalty, customer retention are the element to have a long and lasting business and good business performance. Thus, the effectiveness of corporate social responsibility or CSR consists of, or mamaya po itatakal yung kung ano yung consist ng CSR. Itatakal po ng isang kagrupo. Pero ang tinutukoy po dito na ang CSR po siya is makukonsider siya na isang strategy sa business. Bakit? Kasi dahil ng CSR, mas nagiging aware yung mga customer na mas, yun nga, magiging popular sila, mas nakikilala sila ng customer pag nagagawa sila ng maganda sa ibang tao. Mas sumisikat sila. So, mas magiging successful ang business operation nila at mas tumataas ang profit nila. Yun po.
So, next one naman po ay CSR as value creation innovation. Yung number 1 po, business mission and mission. Dapat po alam natin kung ano yung mission at vision natin. Kung ano po yung mission ng company natin, yun dapat na sinusunod po natin. Kung ano po yung vision ng company natin, dapat yun po sinusunod natin. Dapat po alam natin kung ano yung mga mission at vision para smooth lang yung flow ng ating company po. Yung B naman po ay promote competitive edge among competitors. Dapat po alam natin kung saan tayo lulugar. Kunwari po yung sa ating ano ba yung ating mission and vision? Kunwari ang mission natin ay mag ano tayo ng magpo tayo ng business na nagpa-prioritize ng needs and wants ng isang customer. Dapat po alam natin kung saan lang standards yung ating company. Hindi tayo nakikipag-compete man sa kanila. Nakikipag-compete man tayo sa kanila pero hindi tayo nagpapataasan para po alam natin kung paano mapapalakas yung business natin. Yung next one naman po ay integrated business and community. Dito po dapat alam natin kung ano yung community na pagpuputa natin. Alam natin kung anong community yung nasaan tayo, alam natin kung ano yung needs and wants nila. Kunwari sa millennials, kunwari sa isang community, puro millennials nandun. Ano nga bang product o services ang ano ng mga millennials ngayon? Alam natin yun. Kaya nga meron tayong demographic segmentation. Sunod naman po, skill development, human capital development. Dito naman po sa skill development, dapat alam natin, kunwari as a CEO or team leader tayo, alam natin kung ano yung skills na ibibigay na skills ng mga employee para ma-improve natin yung kanilang skills po. Tapos yung sa human capital development naman, dapat alam natin kung ito bang taong ito ay pagka binigyan natin ng work ay compatible po ba siya sa pag-work nito or fit to work po ba siya agad. Yung sunod naman po, CSR as risk management. Promote policy and legal compliance in reporting. Dito po dapat alam nyo kung ano yung policies at legal compliance ng isang ng ating isang community. Kunwari, meron po nagreklamo sa ating meron tayo ipapakita ng mga regulation upang masolve yung complainants nila. Alam natin yung gagawin natin dahil alam natin ito. Yung sunod naman ay promote acceptable strategies operation impact. Dito po dapat alam natin yung nag-accept tayo ng kumbaga yung ng mga ibang tao, yung mga bigay nila ng opinion, dapat ipinapang natin yung strategies natin. Dapat alam natin para mas maganda yung flow ng ating company. Sunod naman po ay CSR, corporate philanthropy. Support and access to basic needs like education. Ay dito po sa sa letter E na ito. Dapat alam natin yung kunwari ko ay degree holder. Siguro ako as a team leader, aalamin ko kung ano yung tinapos nilang degree para alam ko kung saan field sila ilalagay para hindi sila mami-misplace sa isang company. Para dapat alam nila kung anong skills nila para ma-develop din yun. Gaya nga dun sa kanina, skill development at human capital development. Para alam natin kung anong skills nila para malagyan natin sila sa isang field na yun. Next na ko Jules. Yung sunod naman po, dito naman, ito yung Fujifilm, yung group sa Philippines po. Na-establish yung kanilang company since 2006 po hanggang ngayon. Dito kasi po, kaya sila nagtagal dahil nga meron silang goals at terms ng isang company. Kumbaga, pati yung environment pinapangalagaan nila. Kung nagtayo sila ng business, alam nung Fujifilm Group kung anong gagawin sa isang community dahil siguro sila meron siguro silang sustainability na ginawa. Kaya hanggang ngayon stable pa rin yung development nila tsaka yung sa environment. Yung sunod naman po, yung number 2 ay social contribution policy. Fujifilm Group work together with local communities as a good corporate citizen and contribute to society by responding sincerely to the demands and expectation of those communities. Yun nga, dito sa yung Fujifilm na ito, ano sila ng gumamit sila ng demographic segmentation at geographic segmentation para malaman nila kung ano nga bang communities ang kanila kung ano bang communities ang meron sa isang lugar na yun para alam nila yung i-contribute nila sa sa o kaya magiging response nila sa lugar na yun. Alam nila yung demands at expectation ng isang community na yun dahil nag-ano sila ng demographic at segmentation po. Yung sunod naman ay 3, Guideline for Biodiversity. So yung group na ito, bago sila nagtayo ng ng isang business, inalam muna nila kung maganda nga ba yung kung maganda nga ba ito sa isa-isang community, kung pagka tinayo namin to, makakasira ba to ng isang community o kaya ng isang environment activities kaya nila bago nila to tinayo. Yung sunod naman po ay procurement policy. The group seeks to contribute to the development of society. Sabi ko, bago sila nagtayo ng isang communities, inalam muna nila yung needs and wants ng isang communities. Kaya nakapag-produce sila ng top quality products at services. Ito ay quality policy po. To provide the market with products that had both high quality and high environmental performance. Dito po naman nakapaloob yung kunwari nag-provide tayo na nag tayo ng high environmental performance na product na ano po yung sa isang market natin. Yung number 6 naman po ay occupational health and safety policy. Ensure employment protection by placing top priorities of safety and implementing executive compliance with laws and regulation related to occupational health and safety. Dito po nakapulog yung kunwari may employee tayo. Dapat pinoproteksyon natin siya kaya nagbibigay tayo. Kaya nga meron po yung SS. Kaya kunwari pag nagkasakit ito, alam natin kung ano yung mga...
So, sustainability. Principles of corporate social responsibility. There are 3 important principles that embody the CSR to be realistic, reliable, and effective. These are, number 1, sustainability. The most important aspect in dealing with CSR and its program is sustainability. Sustainability is a development action that requires the stakeholders to check internally their operational activities if it affects the communities in terms of social, environment, and economic development. If it impacts through better and effective waste disposal system and other ways not compromise future needs of the future generation. So dito naman, ito yung pagbibigay ng sustainability important aspects ng CSR sa isang community. Halimbawa nito yung mga windmill, mga solar energy, and other sustainability na nagbibigay ng future needs of the future generation. Isa itong paraan upang mabigyan ng sapat na kakayahan or sapat na pangangailangan ng isang komunidad upang punan ang mga pangangailangan. Halimbawa na nga lang nito yung kuryente. Alam natin ng kuryente ay may mga shortage. So dito, nag-i-invest sila ng isang negosyo which is yung solar energy or na mag-sustain ng pangangailangan ng isang komunidad or isang lugar. Nakadepende to sa isang regions or isang municipalities na paglalagyan ng isang negosyo. Next is accountability. So to achieve sustainability in CSR program, accountability is prerequisite by being responsible for all undertaking and programs of the CSR. All programs as well as list of initiative must be accounted for it such a beneficiaries were able to benefit with the programs. If not, there should be a check and balance of the probable reasons why such initiatives fails and how to prevent such actions not to happen again. So dito naman, yung accountability, yung pagkakaroon mo ng mga pagkakamali mo. When you say accountability, kailangan kung ano yung ginawa mo mali, hindi akuin mo. Kung ano yung mga kulang or yung ginawa mo mali, akuin mo. Kung ano yung magiging sapat na paraan upang punan yung pagkakamali mo, gawin mo upang yung pang-responsible mo yung undertaking programs of CSR para kung magkamali man yun or mag-fail man yun, ikaw akuin mo yung pagkakamali. Hence, may pananagutan ka doon sa ginawa mong pagkakamali. or do sa project na ginawa mo or yung isang proyekto na isang task na ginawa mo na may kulang or hindi sapat sa isang company. Next is transparency. So transparency is the act of opening community with stakeholders characterized characterized by reliable level of information, disclosure, clarity,
Wait lang, Kay Jules, nakikinig ako.
transparency. Transparency is the act of opening communication with stakeholders characterized by a reliable level of information, disclosure, clarity, and accuracy. So dito naman, yung transparency, yung pagiging transparent mo sa iba, communication through with stakeholders. Kasi ito yung pagiging ano mo, dito papasok yung mga yung pag pagsasabi mo ng katotohanan doon sa mga halimbawa sa pera, nagastos mo yung pera, and dito papasok pa rin yung mga yung pagiging transparent mo or pagsasabi mo ng katotohanan sa iba na na nakabase doon sa trabaho mo, or ito yung halimbawa kasi isang company sa isang corporate, may hawak kang pera, then pinahawak sa ito, nagastos mo. So doon, sasabihin mo din sa iba para malaman nila na maging public ka or maging transparent ka sa kanila upang maiwasan yung mga um, disclosure or para maging clarity din sa kanila or magkaroon sila ng accuracy sa company or sa isang corporate. Next is yun, type of corporate social responsibility. Basics. Corporate social responsibility is the commitment of a company has to community outside of its shareholders and employees. So dito naman, hindi naman siya literal na basics. So dito, yung isang responsibilidad yun ng isang pag-commit mo na sa company ng or sa community outside shareholders and employees. Halimbawa, um, parang ano to, pag-ako mo nung, hindi, I mean, pagtanggap mo ng isang task na nakaya mo, or yun yung parang ano, um, isang social responsibility na kailangan mong tanggapin kahit na naayon sa iyong kalooban. So next is traditional conflict model. So dito naman, social values and benefits are seen in conflict with shareholders' profits. Under this model, corporation opting to practice forms of social responsibility are likely to see added costs for doing so. So dito yung mga traditional conflict, halimbawa, yung mga traditional conflict, naguguluhan ka kasi hindi mo alam yung gagawin mo, and kailangan magtanong ka din sa iyong kasamahan. Hindi pwedeng akuin mo lang yung syempre, kailangan malilito ka or maguguluhan ka sa mga ginagawa mo. Kailangan, kung naguguluhan ka, magtanong kasi yung kasamahan. Hindi pwedeng ikaw lang yung nakakaalam. Kailangan, magtanong ka. Kung may conflict man, kailangan ayusin mo or makipag-ayos. Next is added value model. So it sees social and environmental commitments as means to increase profit, while proponents of this model tend to acknowledge that conflict persists in business decisions. They believe that CSR investments are also capable of generating new revenues. So dito sa added value model, isang commitment na magdadagdag ng value model or ng halaga or ng isang kaalaman sa isang na halimbawa may kaalaman ka or naguguluhan ka sa isang business decisions. So kailangan mo din communicate sa iba para to have a CSR investments are also para maging capable of generating new revenues. So doon, kailangan mo magsaliksik or kailangan mo magtanong kung ano yung mga paraan na kailangan gawin or mga paraan upang mapaunlad isang negosyo. So next is multiple goals model. So CSR possesses a role for social values in corporate decisions that are untethered to economic values. Under this model, corporations have goals beyond shareholders' value, including enhancements of their community without respect to monetary gain. So dito may yung multiple goals model naman. Ito yung isang paraan, isang model kung saan unite kayo dito, multiple nga, kumbaga iba-ibang goals para mapaunlad yung isang isang ekonomiya or isang company or isang corporate para sa ikakaunlad din ng iba at maiwasan din yung mga bagay under this yung isang value na may pagtutulungan or isang collaboration na magtutulungan kayo upang mapunlad ang isang corporate. So, yun. Advantage and disadvantage of CSR. So, number one, advantage of CSR, improves financial performance. Enhance brand image and reputation. Excellent and motivated employee, customers, and community relations are more important than strong shareholders returns in earning corporation. So, dito naman, syempre, pag napapaunlad mo yung financial performance mo, makukuha mo yung reputation and loyalty ng company, ng corporate. So, doon, pagkakatiwalaan ka na rin sa ibang bagay. Kasi alam na nila na may financial performance ka at may alam mo kung paano gumastos ng isang pera or ng pag-liquidate or paggasta ng isang pera na alam mo na mahalaga sa company. Enhance brand image and reputation. Siyempre, may enhance mo yung brand image and reputation. Kasi kapag maayos yung social responsibility mo sa brand image and reputation, halimbawa sa isang company, sa isang negosyo, for example ay manager ka, and kailangan yung brand image nyo ay mapanatili mo na maayos para doon yung reputasyon nyo na or tiwala ng mga clients and customers, makuha mo yung kanilang loyalty, retentions, everything, yun. Parang kailangan basta yung enhancement ng brand image and reputation ay mabuo mo sa yung sarili at sa iba. Next is increase sales and customers loyalty. Customer satisfaction can generate customers loyalty. If the company produce products that are in good quality at low price, safe and convenient and environment-friendly products with smaller environmental impact in absence of genetically modified materials or ingredients, it increases sales and customer loyalty. So yun nga, kapag tumaas yung increase sales, syempre makukuha mo din customers loyalty. Pag mataas yung sales, tapos nakuha mo yung loyalty, magiging advantage yun ng isang corporate. Kasi alam mo na yung paraan kung paano makuha yung mga customers. Kailangan ganito yung paraan. Bawa, sa araw na to, kailangan yung quota ganito. Makuha natin yung mga sales, maabot natin yung sales na ganito. Yung quota na sales. Yung quota, maabot natin yung ganun. So, doon, yung customers loyalty at yung sales nyo ay tataas at maunlad yung negosyo nyo and makapag-generate pa kayo ng ibang negosyo. Next is increased ability to attract and retain employees. So dito, companies perceived to have strong CSR commitments often find it easier to recruit employees, particularly in tight labor markets. So sa corporate social responsibility, kapag napataas mo yung abilidad na ma-attract mo yung and ma-retain mo yung employees, uunlad yung corporate and yung samahan nyo sa isang company or isang corporate ay magiging maayos kasi alam mo na walang plastics or walang maiwasan yung mga problema na dadating sa company kasi alam nyo may nagsasabi at may nakikinig ka rin sa mga suggestions ng employees mo. So, reduce regulatory oversight. So, companies that demonstrate that they are engaging in practices that satisfies and go beyond regulatory compliance requirements are being given least scrutiny. Permits and zoning variants are likely given at once. So, dito naman, parang nire-reduce yung regulatory oversight. Ibig sabihin nun, dine-demonstrate mo lang yung mga kakayahan or, halimbawa, reduce. Pag sinabing reduce, halimbawa, yung mga what do you mean that? Yung mga reduce, yung parang bagay nare-regulate mo yung mga nakikita, naintindihan mo yung yung mga permits, naintindihan mo yung mga regulations na isang komunidad upang halimbawa, sa isang komunidad may mga regulations na kailangan mo sundin 'yon. Kasi kung ikaw yung leader, kailangan huwag mo i-bebend yung batas huwag mo i-bebend yung mga regulations sa isang komunidad kasi may maapektuhan din ito pag di mo sinunod, maaaring maapektuhan nito ang community at ng mga empleyado mo. Next is easier access to capital. So dito naman, Syempre, it is clear that companies addressing ethical, social, and environmental responsibility have rapidly growing access to capital that might not otherwise have been available. So dito, mapapadali yung access sa capital kasi alam mo na eh, kasi umuunlad na yung negosyo nyo, so tumataas na din yung capital and kumpiyansa ka na hindi na malulugi yung negosyo kasi nga lahat ng nakukuha mo na yung tiwala ng employees mo, ng clients mo, and doon, tatas yung sales, mababayaran mo yung mga bills and labors mo and yung materials, and doon lang yung negosyo mo, and tatas yung capital, easier at magiging madali na lang yung pamamaraan upang makuha mga capital. So,
Ang first disadvantages ng CSR is less profit. So sometimes it lead to less profit because companies spend money on programs that don't directly bring income. If the return on investment is uncertain, stakeholder may not support those projects. So dito sa less profit, yang mas mababa ang kita mo kapag mas nagbibigay ka ng effort sa mga programs and projects na hindi ka kikita. So, dito, if ganun yung parang pinaka-goal mo na mas magpo-focus ka sa ganitong program na hindi kikita yung company mo, yung pwedeng hindi ka suportahan ng mga stakeholders mo dahil walang return on investment na mangyayari. So, ang another disadvantages is competitive disadvantages. Some companies that don't follow CSR may save more money, giving them an advantage over those who do. So, dito, mas nagkakaroon ng advantage yung ka-competitive mo sa business mo dahil mas nagbibigay ka ng effort sa CSR. Ay, ang CSR is mas more on. So, another disadvantages of CSR is the lost focus. Sometimes, when companies try too hard to please customers or focus on social programs, they may lose sight of their main business goals. This can affect how they operate and make profit. So, dito sa lost focus, yung if nga naman na magpo-focus ka lagi or magpo-focus yung company mo sa magiging customers mo or sa mga social program na hindi ka kikita, yung mas mahihirapang maging successful yung business mo. So, dito din, maaapektuhan din kung paano ka mag-operate ng business mo dahil wala ka na sa main goal ng business mo. Wala na yung vision and mission na kailangan mong i-meet para magkaroon ka ng successful business. So, next is the lasting impact. We can't always be sure how long CSR will remain effective or relevant. Even though CSR has been around for many years, not all programs create long-term results or lasting changes. So, dito sa lasting impact, unsure yung magiging results nito, hindi mo alam kung tatagal yung magiging result ng CSR, hindi mo alam kung maganda yung kakalabasan ng pag-take ng risk sa CSR. So, kahit na matagal nang ginagamit yung CSR is unsure pa rin yung lasting result nito. Last disadvantages of CSR is a cost. Costs are a major issue. CSR program can be very expensive, like the companies invest in environmental projects or new equipment. The problem is, there is no guarantee that this effort will increase sales or profit. So while CSR is good for reputation, it can be also a big financial burden for the company. So sinasabi nga na maganda sa reputasyon ng company na may CSR ka. Pero pwede din siya maging financial burden ng company mo dahil expensive nga ang pagkakaroon ng CSR. And also, walang guarantee o unsure yung kung kikita ka ng malaki kapag meron kang CSR. So, yon kaya one of the disadvantages ang cost.